many coincidences have been happening recently, and they're becoming more frequent. First is 2 books stumble across my life, I guess, whilst I'm away. Those were Love Yourself Like Your Life Depends on It and Letting Go. Both really pivotal in changing my worldview and also my relationship to myself and others. Number 2 is that I return back to my family's home in Portugal, and my dad is there. It was unplanned. It was a complete surprise, and that allowed me the opportunity to put in practice the acceptance and letting go of the animosity and anger I had towards him. And then I'm skipping many, but I'm just going to the most recent ones, or the most prevalent ones. The next 2 books that come to me, one given to me by my coach, The Surrender Experiment, perfectly depicted exactly where I was in terms of headspace and life, and allowing myself to surrender to what was unfolding, and a glimpse into the future of what is possible. And then 5 days ago, I was out with my grandparents, and I decided to walk into a bookshop to see if anything interested me or caught my eye. Now, there was 2 books. One is The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari, which I am listening to at the moment, which almost reinforces some points that I were already familiar with. But the second is the Celestine Prophecy. Anyway. And that is enhancing my awareness and consciousness. Now, the chapter I'm currently reading is around releasing control drama. Now, control drama stems from, as we were children, each of our family dynamics are different, but we were, depending on your relationship with your parents, just use an example. So both my parents were very standoffish. They would not reveal much information about their lives, what was going on, about anything. So in order to try and regain some control, or regain some energy in this case, because typically in a relationship or in an interaction between people, there is always a power dynamic of someone who is trying to take the energy of another person. Damn, is this something to go into? Okay, we'll move. Maybe not explaining it very well, but that's okay. It's a good try. Okay, so everything is energy. And 2 people have their own energies, but then when 2 people interact, in most cases, there is typically a fight for the collective energy. So when it comes to relationships with parents, for example mine, my parents were very standoffish, so in order to try and pull some of the energy in my direction, I would ask questions to, whether that's to get attention, whether that's to, I haven't quite figured that out yet. But this sort of style, and it ranges from passive to aggressive. So you have the interrogator, you have the aloof, which is like standoffish. You have the victim, so like the poor me mindset, and you have the aggressor. So in each of these dynamics, there is an attempt to gain control. So on the passive side, the poor me, the victim, they try to gain control by making others feel guilty when they're around them. The standoffish is someone who is vague and who doesn't give much away. So they try to take the energy by being vague and allowing other people to focus their attention on trying to figure this person out. Then we have the interrogator. So the interrogator takes energy by asking questions and taking control of the dynamic, and also being able to try and find holes in the answers that they receive. And then the aggressor is someone who aggressively takes the energy from another person. So I realised that, and these are all called control dramas, and my control drama is the interrogator, because I do like asking questions and I am curious, but I realised that a lot of times I take the position of the interrogator so that I can control the dynamic. I decide in some way which way the conversation goes, or I'm put the other person in the hot seat. And it's funny that it's not funny, it's a synchronicity, that this exact situation almost happened earlier in the sauna. Now, I'd done my meditation, and then I leave the sauna, get a break, get some water, and come back, and that's when I'll converse with whoever's there. And there was moments of silence which I had the urge to ask questions to fill that, but also take control of the situation and steer it in a certain direction. Now, I didn't do that. I actually just sat and allowed the silence to be. But that wouldn't be my normal reaction. In any situation, I would always go into the interrogator. And now it makes sense that this is a style of control that has been conditioned or developed since childhood. And now that I'm able to understand what my control drama is and also how that shows up, I'm able to let go and really step into my being and not the version of me that came out of a difficult situation. Because as the book mentions, which I've felt but not been able to put words to, there is energy all around us, and a lot of people are stuck in trying to take the energy from others in interaction when there is other sources where we can fill up. I'm probably butchering this so much, but it's only me listening. no one else is probably watching by now anyway, so that's cool. There's other ways to get energy than from other people. And I haven't... Stay tuned. Yeah, this was a really rough draft, and I'm trying to understand it as I'm saying it, so I butchered a lot of it, but we're here, grateful for another day. Day 29. Life is exciting. Things are happening. Synchronicities are coming up left, right and centre, and yeah, I'm just grateful that this is an experience that I get to have, and I get to have more regularly, with more energy and more love and more peace. Yeah, it's fantastic. So yeah, thank you for another day. I love you.